Welcome, Army fans. This is Joe Iacano with GoBlackKnights.com, along with two class of 2023 commits, Matt Gemma and Patrick Kendall. How you guys doing this afternoon? How's your weekend going?
Fantastic.
Good.
Pretty
Matt?
good. Can't complain.
Good stuff. So, Matt, I know you're a New Jersey guy. New Jersey tends to finish high school a little later. When's your graduation day?
My graduation day is June 4th, but our last day of school is April 28th. So I've been out for a while.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Is that like a Del Barton thing, or is that
Yeah,
kind of more common now?
it's sort of like a North Jersey Catholic school kind of thing. We all get out late April. We just have the rest of May, and then we graduate in early June.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Good preparation for college too, because it's a little bit like what they do at a lot of places. How about you, Pat? When you graduating? Or have you?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right. Good stuff. Congratulations on that. Good deal.
Thank you.
Where are you from, Pat?
Indiana.
Okay.
Eagle High
Okay.
School.
Good stuff. So, I met with you guys when you first committed to West Point a little over a year ago, I think. I know, Matt, you were maybe the first or one of the first commits for the 2023 class. And now we're looking at about a month away from your R day at either West Point or prep. Matt, you're going to the prep school first, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Pat, how about you? Prep school or direct?
Prep school.
Okay, good. So you're both going to prep. When is our day for prep this year?
July 10th.
July 10th. All right. So you get a little bit of a summer vacation. That's nice.
Yeah, a little bit. It's nice. So we were talking to some of the direct guys, and like we're leaving June 27th or 28th, and we're like, we have the whole week of 4th of July, and like they're so jealous. But
Yeah. No, I spent I remember that. So I graduated high school June 22nd, went to our day June 28th. And spent 4th of July in formation watching cannons go off on Trophy Point. So it was awesome.
oh, yeah.
Anyway, good for you guys. So USMAPS is going to have a new head coach this year. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Who's the new coach down there?
I don't think they've told us yet. I know because Coach Juice left. And he's the linebacker coach,
Right.
now. But we think it's going to be Coach Nichols.
Okay.
Who might be the new head coach, but I don't think they have named a new head coach. I mean, I haven't really looked into it, but that's what I think would be, if anything.
Okay. Yeah. Have you guys been in touch with Coach Nichols or any of the other coaches on staff at the prep yet?
I've talked to Coach Juice a few, or not. I talked to Coach Juice, but I talked to Coach Nichols too a few times. But it's really just like strength training. He's the offensive coordinator. We're both defensive tackles,
Yep.
so we don't have that much. But there's also a new D coordinator there, which we both got to meet at the spring game, which was fun.
Good. And, this 2023 class for a lot of us at Rivals and a lot of us who've been kind of analyzing things really throughout the entire Coach Monken era at West Point. Not only is this a very talented incoming class, but in some of our opinions, this may be the most talented incoming recruiting class we've seen at West Point. Can you talk a little bit about how this group has bonded over the past year? Matt, why don't you start first?
Yeah, so our group is really tight. We have a whole group chat of everyone who's committed. Like we all went to the spring game, most of us. The other kids had prom, but then I brought some of the guys back to my house. So I brought Brennan, I brought Pat, Scoop. I was going to bring Sean and Carson. So it's a mix of direct and prep. But like we just want to get as close as possible before we go into, because we know that if we have a tight class, we're going to win a lot of things.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the hallmarks of the Monken era is the brotherhood and how close everybody is, and that willing to go the extra mile and kind of go a little harder for your brother when you need to and dig down and then find what's left in the tank. How about you, Pat? What are you most excited about some of your classmates and kind of the bonding that's gone on over the last year?
I just think we're gonna have a great class. I mean, at position wise, really kind of have everyone, and we have lots of other positions. Again, depth. We'll have depth for everyone. I think that's great. Hopefully, everyone sticks around for the course of the next 5 years, and we'll definitely beat Navy 5 times.
That would excite a lot of people. The fan base would be jacked. It can be done. What you don't see because of my GBK background is I have a poster or a really nice portrait actually in my office here. It started my first year at West Point, actually went on for 5 years, 92 to 96, 5-year winning streak over Navy. So definitely can be accomplished, and hopes are high, and the fan base, I think, is expecting a lot out of this class. So that's good. So, kind of aside from each other, who are the other players in the class that have kind of caught your attention? I know one of the things we've been talking about at Go Black Knights is the number of quarterback recruits that are coming into this class. There's a ton of them seemingly, which I think is a smart move by the coaching staff. But anybody, Matt, that you want to give shout outs to, or that's kind of stood out to you as you've either watched film of them or seen them play in person or anything like that?
I mean, for defense, I'll talk about defense line first. My one other kid I really like, other than Pat, is probably Eric Gardner. I love watching his highlights because he does a lot of fun things in his pass rush. And I mean, I've gone to a bunch of camps with him, Under Armour, All American, Rivals. So I had a relationship with him before he even committed to West Point. I just love watching his tape and watching work because he gets after it.
Right. Pat, how about you? Give me a name of
Carson Smith. He's a running back. His tape is crazy. If you haven't watched it, I'd suggest watching it. He's a great player.
Good stuff. We'll be looking out for him. Now, are both those guys going to the prep school, or either of them coming in direct?
Carson's going direct.
Okay.
Eric's coming prep.
Okay. Yeah, Carson will have say deep running back room now that we've got really just one position for that, going from slots and fullbacks. I've been talking a lot throughout spring practice to the coaches and the players, and that is a super deep room, which is exciting, I think. Obviously, you guys have been paying attention, up at West Point to some of the changes with the coaching staff over the past year. A little bit of change to the offense, even though, Coach Drinkle told me, and like we've been trying to report on Rivals, really, at the end of the day, this is still going to be a Jeff Monken football team. Physical, run the football, control the clock, dominate your opponent. It's just going to be done out of a little bit different formation with maybe a little bit of a different philosophy. So, Matt, I'm sure you've talked to some of your offensive classmates coming in, what are their thoughts around some of the changes in the offense?
I mean, a lot of them are really excited. I've talked to a lot of offensive linemen, like Xavier, one of the newer commits. He's excited because, he gets the pass rush and not just run block every single play, or pass block, not just run block every single play. And I think us defensive linemen are also excited about that because we get to pass rush our guys. And that's one of my specialties. I'm really good at that, and I just love doing it. But they're really excited. I know I've talked to some of the quarterback commits, but we get to throw more instead of just running. But everyone seems to be really excited. Brendan Fisher is another one. He's another one good friend of Patrick and I. And he's like a running back kind of slot deal. So he'd be playing both. And he's like, I can't wait because I want to catch passes.
Definitely have the opportunity to do that in the new offense for sure. Patrick, what's one of the things you're most looking forward to about July 7th and getting started at the prep school and getting started with your 5-year journey through Army football in West Point?
So I'm just kind of ready to get it going, get the ball rolling, have fun, get to meet everyone there, people that aren't playing football too. I'm just trying to meet everyone I can, make great bonds, and then hopefully end of my 5 years, have a great time, go off and do my service.
Good stuff. Matt, quick question for you. What, defensively in terms of getting ready to go to the prep school, and, I think one of the things about the prep school is I know the coaches like to rotate people in and out a lot, make sure they get good looks at everybody so that when they send them off to West Point, everybody's got some decent experience. What is kind of the number one thing you're working on in your game to kind of get ready for the next level? You were a standout superstar in New Jersey. You played in the Army All-American game. What's the number one kind of focus for you as you get ready to play college football?
So my number one thing is probably protect against the run. And so I've been working my hands, but in my defense in high school, we did a lot of pass rushing because we had played a lot of teams that would throw the ball, and none of them really had really strong running game. And I know at Army, I'm playing a lot of teams that just run the ball down your throat. So I've been really focusing on that, staying low. Then my biggest thing I've been trying to work on is my motor. I have a good one right now, but I want to be even more relentless and just consistent pursuit of the ball carrier. And Coach Cronin says the ball's the problem. So yeah, I got to get after it.
I like it. And you make a good point, right? The two biggest rivals are both great at running the football. And so run defense is crucial at Army. Patrick, from you talked about you guys have been doing a lot of strength and conditioning. What's, I'm sure we could talk about this for the next hour, but so without getting into a ton of detail, as far as an overview goes, what's the strength and conditioning program been like for you prior to going up to the prep school? And kind of what are some of the focuses and priorities of that strength and conditioning program for you?
Like at my high school or like the one I've got?
Like the one that maybe Coach Nichols or some of the other folks up at the prep have talked to you about?
So I just got it. So I came off a labrum surgery recently, and I just be able to start to work out. So it's really trying to get my motor back, like you said, get movement stuff, and get my speed up.
So kind of brings me to my next question, just a quick one. Matt, what's your current height, weight, and have you thought about what weight you want to play at?
Right now I'm like 6'2.5", 6'3". I'm around 290. That's kind of what I want to stay at. So over the next month, I'm going to be dropping down to probably around 275, just for the beginning of my military and West Point career, just to like lose all my fat and just become very lean. That's one of my big focuses. I took Coach Nichols and Coach Hughes workout plans, and I've talked to my one strength coach, Craig Stoward. He would coach for the Giants and Penn State, and he was one of the guys who did Strahan in like the weight room, kind of built him. So I'm fortunate enough to have a very good like strength staff and speed and agility. So that's all I've been focusing on: becoming leaner, faster, stronger, more explosive. Those have been my main focuses.
That's awesome. Good stuff. And how about you, Patrick? I know you said you're kind of in a rehab mode a little bit from your labrum. So what's your current height, weight, and what weight are you hoping to play at this coming season?
I'm like 6'4", 290, 295. And before the season starts, I'll be like 270, 265. That's what I project to be at.
Okay. And, Patrick, I'm sure, you and Matt both play defensive line. What are you most excited about with the defensive line at the prep school this year and your classmates there?
I'm just ready. We have a great D-line group with us too. Sean at the edge and Eric. We're gonna have a great D-line. No one can run the ball against us. It's not gonna happen.
No.
And then passing wise, just hope the DB do the job because they're not gonna be able to get the ball off.
I mean, we see it as like you're playing for like an all-star team, because we're all coming from different high schools, and sometimes you're the best player in your high school, sometimes you're one of the studs. But it's going to be great because we know everyone's going to be stud, and we're going to be able to trust the person next to us to do the same that we're doing. And I know I can do that on the D-line because we got some guys, and we're going to kill a bunch of teams.
That's awesome. I think I love the confidence level, and I think the fan base is going to love the confidence level you guys bring to the game as well. Which comes from hard work and knowing you prepared right and doing your job and everything. Little bit of off football question here for the last question. Matt, kind of what are you most excited or maybe even a little bit nervous about going into like cadet candidate basic training and starting your military career as well?
I mean, probably the hardest thing for all of us can be waking up early, but that's just a joke. But I'm really excited for the regimented schedule because when I don't have things scheduled for me, I don't have people telling me what to do, kind of get bored. Like, especially right now, school ended April 28th, and I pretty much just sit around waiting all day for my trainings. I have trainings at like 12 and 5 o'clock. And I find myself just like stuck on the couch or like just walking my dog, waiting for training, waiting to go for runs. But I'm really excited to be with the guys and have like an actual schedule and a list of things to do.
Yeah, lack of things to do will not be a problem for you.
Oh,
5
yeah.
years. Trust me. How about you, Patrick? What are you kind of either most excited about or maybe even a little bit concerned about going in?
Same off him. I love the schedule. Like the idea to have a fixed schedule from the time you get there and till you sleep, basically, it's always gonna be the same every single day. I like that. I like having that regimented schedule.
There is definitely a lot of that. Yeah, there will be no lack of things to do for you the next 5 years. I can promise you that. So we're excited to see you guys in the black and gold, Matt and Patrick. Everybody at goblackknights.com wishes you the best. And, we are excited and ready to go here for July 7th for the new prep class coming in, and June 27th, I guess, for the new direct admits to come in and get ready for summer ball. And then of course the season in the fall. So Army fans, once again, this has been Joe Iacano with goblackknights.com, along with 2023 commits Matt, Gemma, and Patrick Kendall. Go Army, beat Navy.